Welcome to the Assembly Critics Podcast with Israel,
Hello, how you doing?
Aiden,
Hi.
and Coy, which is me. So this is gonna be our first ever episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be our first episode.
So I think we should start with origin story. That seems most reasonable. Israel, you should start us off here. I feel like you
Well, if
would.
the comics do an origin story for the first issue, I guess we should do one.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Uh,
I came up with the name the Assembly Critics Week, and the reason how that came about is because before the pandemic happened, when we were in person school, we go through the
Yeah.
assemblies and we just sit at like the top of the bleachers and we just be like, assembly bad because of this reason. We would just sneer at why the assembly was kind of terrible. We'd enjoy it sometimes, it depends, because we thought it was funny because of how poorly done it was.
Yeah,
I
we
guess.
didn't even have to go to them. Like, you could go to the library and just do whatever during the assemblies, but we decided to go anyway just to criticize it.
Exactly. And we just went there for comedic purposes, and that's how we got here.
Exactly.
And they were pretty fun. The times we had there were pretty fun. We made it in the yearbook.
Yeah,
It
we made
showed
it in
all
the
three
yearbook
of
this
us.
year. It was great.
It showed all three of us.
At the assembly.
I'm just standing around in my blue Marvel Comics sweatshirt with my Seattle Seahawks baseball cap. Colin's just standing up there. I don't know what the heck he's doing. He has his arms out. And he's just sitting down with his hands cupped around his mouth going because that's what he does, I guess.
So why are we doing this podcast?
Because we just came up with this
don't
idea
know.
today,
Why are we?
and we were just
why
like,
are we
yeah,
doing
let's
this
do it.
podcast, Aiden?
We thought it'd be fun. Yeah, you can tell us why.
Aiden, tell us
I had no
why.
idea.
Why are we doing this podcast,
I
Aiden?
just got on Discord earlier and I had 27 notifications, and Coy was saying, we're doing the podcast, get on now. And I said, I've been doing homework the last 3 hours. Come on, Coy. And
Look, sometimes you just need to take a break, man. Just take a break.
yeah.
E.
So we
I
got
don't
the
know.
bases down. We got the Why is
Let's talk about how we all met.
Yo, how would we all meet? I feel
Well,
like we should go with who. How should we go about this? Because I think I was the last of the three of you guys.
True.
No,
what?
well,
But
no.
also,
Actually, I was the first, technically.
Yeah.
Right?
technically, you were the first.
I
but
was the
when we got-
first
but,
and the last.
the first and the last. What is this? The Bible?
The first one to Aiden was the bridge. So I guess Aiden would go
Yeah.
second. I'll go first.
Go first.
So I went to a school called Brighton, which was a private school, and Aiden was a new kid for whatever reason in, I think it was it 7th or 6th grade?
Yeah, 7th grade.
7th grade. So you were only there for 2 years. You were kind of very low on the totem pole when it came to popularity.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, you were new. I don't expect you. And practically at that point, we were family. So I mean, you were kind of a new addition, but you did
Yeah.
get to be in there. So that we went to middle school for 2 years, and then we went to high school, and this is where Aiden will take over.
Okay. Yeah, I went to high school, and Coy was at the high school, and
Yeah.
that was nice. I'm not the best when it comes to, I guess, making friends right off the start. I usually take a while to get more accustomed to the environment before I start actually being a person that talks to others.
That's
But
relatable.
tennis really helps me because sports, before high school, you're with a bunch of people that have similar hobbies and likes as you, such as tennis, and that's where I met Israel. And
Yeah.
so I started sitting at him during lunch and talking with him and his friends. And I guess it was kind of just me, him, and Stanley at the time, and some black guy. I don't remember him though.
Roy?
I
Roy
didn't
Neal.
know
His
him.
name is Roy Neal. Roy Neal.
Okay, then yeah,
Roy.
Roy. I didn't know Roy.
Yeah, I didn't either, but
Okay.
he seems okay.
And I don't remember how I I don't know. I don't remember how Koi kind of got involved. He kind of just appeared. I don't
I
remember
just
how
appeared
or
actually.
why.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
right.
I think I remember. I remember.
Okay, on to Israel. Last one.
I remember. I remember. I think the entire story of how we met. So
The second half, at least.
yeah. So come summer, it's like August, I think, or something. We start tennis.
Yeah.
I meet all these new people. I'm just like, I don't know who to make friends with. I see Jaden. I'm not too fond of Jaden. And then I see Aiden. I'm just like, huh. Okay.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like a cool guy.
Oh yeah, I remember
And then
Jaden was the one actually that introduced you to me because
I
we had also
did.
gone into
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brighton together.
Jaden introduced me to you, and then now when school rolled around, it was me, you, and Stanley and Roy Neal. We all just sat around at the lunch table. It was like one of the middle lunch tables I remember
Yeah.
because we were close like that. I don't know whatever that little thing is that they go up to do announcements during lunch. We go there, and then we find a spot upstairs, right where a bench is, and that became like the iconic spot for us. And
Yeah.
so then a few months later, you bring like Koi over here.
Yeah.
And then Koi just sticks around for like
The rest
Yeah.
of every
sticks around.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sticks
The
around for
rest.
everything. I don't
And
know
then
why
there
my
was
phone is dying.
sophomore year. And there was sophomore year. Should we talk about sophomore year? How what that was
Yeah.
like? The the
That
new
sucked
additions. Yeah, but
Well,
because
who's
I
the new
wasn't
addition?
there. We
yeah,
had
you
different
weren't
Yeah,
ones.
there
you
for
were
like
there.
4 months.
Yeah.
Like
It was me,
track like
Stanley, and Xander, and I mean they're nice, but like a lot of the time they like to just play on their computer, and I'm just kind of there. So I like read my book or something because I mean, what else am I supposed to do? We're both playing on their computer.
yeah,
Yeah.
feels bad.
Let's see. Where else? So the new addition to the sophomore
New
sophomore year.
addition to the
We
sophomore
had
group.
Logan and Andrew and Gavin. Now
That's
who did we lose? We
Logan,
lost Dylan.
Andrew, and Gavin. We lost Dylan. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, our original crew was, of course, me, Aiden, and Coy, and then it was
Stanley.
Stanley, of course, Vincent.
Yeah.
Vincent came. I don't remember where. I think I met Vincent a
I don't.
while
When
back.
did you? Okay, yeah. How did Vincent get in? I just realized. How the hell did
Swim
Vincent get
team, right?
involved? He
I
was
think
a
swim
No,
team.
I don't.
junior. Wait a
I don't
fucking
think
second.
so.
I mean, he was in swim, right? Right. He was a
Yeah,
junior
but he
in.
sat with us before swim. I think.
Really? Okay, that
I
throws me
think
off
so.
because he wasn't.
That does throw us off.
Yeah, he wasn't in tennis. I remember he wasn't in tennis because he said he
I
wasn't in
think
tennis
I
last
met
year.
him. I think he went to like. I think he went to my middle school, and maybe remembered him, and I don't know. I think maybe he
Maybe.
just came out of nowhere. But that it's. He's still a good guy. He's in the National Guard. We thank him for his service.
Yes, we thank him for his service. We miss him a lot. He was great. Absolute legend.
He was the funny. He
Yeah.
was the funny man of the group. The meme lord. The absolute meme lord.
The absolute legend that he was. I feel bad because he had so much. So much.
He had so much potential.
I mean, he still does, and he still uses
He
it,
still
but it's
is.
just like. I don't know, man. You're not gonna see him for like. What?
Okay, my phone might die, so
Fuck.
if I die,
We have to
I'll
stall. Wait, you
no,
don't have a
don't.
charger?
You guys, it's charging. My Chromebook's charging it.
Fucking
That one.
didn't
It should be good for a while. It should be
plug
good.
in your phone.
I'm gonna.
Then
It is. It's charging. The Chromebook is charging it.
then you should be okay. If you're
All right.
losing power, then what?
Oh,
I'm gonna miss
just continue. Just continue.
everybody in the
I miss everybody.
school. Like,
I
so
genuinely
you
miss the
have
good people.
it
You
was
have
kind of weird because
Dylan.
you had like
Yes.
the small group, right? The people that were tight, and you had like the outside group, right? Which isn't like as close as us, but like each
You
person
had
had their own
tiers. You had
connection.
tiers.
Yeah, it was like Attack on
It was a
Titan.
tier-based system.
We had us in the middle, you, me, Stanley, and Aiden.
It was like every ranking in
Yeah.
society of
Yeah.
civilization has ever had.
Yeah, and then you have like everybody else who's like still
And
like
then, but it's also
who's
like a
still like
sports
in
team
the group.
where
Yeah,
the
yeah.
roster always changes.
Yeah, yeah, but like I'm talking about like the outside people be like Jason, Dylan.
Yeah, it always got changed around the outside
Gavin,
group. Like,
Andrew, Logan. Those people are like the outer thing. And then you had the people that would stop by every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking like Cohen. I'm talking like Madison. I'm talking like I don't know who else. That one. Yeah, no, I don't know names. Israel. Oh, give me name. Other Gavin. Uh, Israel. Give me something.
Dylan?
Dylan is not. No. Which Dylan?
I don't know, the one that like almost made me like fail engineering. I don't remember. He always showed
Oh.
memes and then like sat in like the stairs. He sat on the stairs pretty much.
All right. The one that's like a year
Tall
younger
and
than
brown
you.
haired.
Tall. What? No, I'm talking about
Oops.
the one that's like a year younger than us. The ones that are freshmen.
Do you mean the one from Brighton? The
They're
blonde
both
haired
from
kid?
Brighton. And what the fuck? No. Give the really tall one, right?
Like,
That's the
maybe?
second tier
I don't know.
one. And then you have third tier, which is the other one. Like he had really short black hair. Like really short.
I don't know.
Like a fucking
I don't know.
big body. You remember
Oh,
Sawyer?
yeah.
Aiden?
I
Israel?
remember Sawyer. He was one
yeah.
of the few that I
Sorry, I
actually kind
freaking
of knew.
died. My Discord crashed.
That's fine, that's fine. As long as you're still
All right.
here. I didn't even notice you
I'm
were
good.
gone.
I'm good.
I'm glad. That was good on us.
What's
That
going
was,
on?
that was good. That was good timing. This
Very good
we should be given.
timing. I asked Aiden
We should be
something.
given a break.
Yeah,
Be given a break.
yeah, we're getting a break. How long have we been? We've literally
Alright.
gone for 10 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Man, it's
long
been
enough.
hours.
Such a
No.
long podcast, you know.
No,
Last,
That's
dude.
plenty.
This okay. Let's go for another like 5 or 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I just want to even out the
To be
clock.
completely honest, that's a very short podcast.
Yeah, 10 minute podcast.
let's go for longer. Let's go.
Let's go for like
Let's go for longer.
not 10 minutes.
Who listens to a podcast for like 10 minutes?
They make
and just-
They make
It's
podcasts
a
for
10
like.
minute podcast.
I mean,
I mean,
the
a
only reasons I
podcast should be
listen
like
to
for an hour.
podcasts is because like I want to do dishes or laundry or something, and
Yeah.
I like want to listen to something while I do it. And it's not gonna take me 10 minutes.
It's gonna take you 10 minutes. You
I mean, you
listen
guys
to
know
a
that. It takes me
podcast.
like an
It's like
hour to do
yeah, it's the
dishes.
same thing as like
We do
watching.
know. That's the meme we have in the group. There are
Yeah.
memes in the group that people do not know. There's inside jokes, and that's what's so great about this group because there's so many inside jokes. That are
So many
funny
inside jokes.
that we're all gonna share with you guys.
Yes, over
And
the
you're
course of all of
becoming
these
that-
episodes, there'll be
yes,
We
you
plan to make
guys.
so many
a lifetime of a series.
Exactly.
We're gonna display our entire lives.
Oh,
We are going to show us your show you our full lives all on display for us
We're
to
not
be
interesting
judged.
people, but we have adventures.
I disagree. I'd say that based on our backgrounds, we're very different. I am
Yeah.
a mixed upper class citizen. Israel is a upper middle class citizen. I would say upper class.
yeah, but his opinions are like very
I mean, like
different from ours, or at least mine.
Israel has very, very skewed opinions. I'm very mellow and laid back, but also get very
Yeah.
angry and heavy fisted. Aiden is
Really?
also
I've
very.
never really seen you angry.
Where the fuck are you
I've seen him
talking
angry.
about?
What do you mean? He beats Stanley and me up almost every time at lunch.
That's
Oh, really?
not
I
true.
guess he's never. I guess I just don't make him angry, Ben.
No, Aiden doesn't make me angry.
You just annoy him. You just annoy him sometimes.
My attempts on.
There are
fucking
tiers
Aiden.
of there are tiers
My
of course anger.
attempts to
You have
fuck Aiden
you
have
have the
been a
annoyance.
failure.
No.
I just read that. I was like, wait, no. That's not what I meant. What?
Sure.
I mean, if you read into it, it would sound completely like. I mean, out of all the things I've done,
Oh wait. Yes.
it seems like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck
Yeah.
Aiden. No,
Yeah.
no, please do not think that. If the last thing I want on the podcast is someone to think, oh,
Really? Oh,
yes,
that's good.
don't.
He's home.
I will not make
He is
any
home.
advances on any of my close peers like that.
Whoa there.
Yeah, I will not. Aiden,
Anyway,
Israel, I will not
We're-
fuck either of you.
That's good.
Let's
I'm
leave this
sorry.
subject
Glad to
because
know.
I don't know. Because I don't want to get demonetized.
You guys will not. No. This is a podcast. Podcasts don't get demonetized because they're not showing anything. And we're not touching on
That's true.
You think
anything
we're gonna
bad.
get demonetized? We have literally no subscribers other than ourselves.
We literally,
And,
that's
like,
true. But we
We'll
also
be
have,
lucky if we get
yeah.
like 2 views other than ourselves.
we
I
do get
disagree.
monetized,
I
that-
think that we will actually get views because we have good content.
I mean, I guess it
Do we
looks
actually have good
professional.
content?
Like you did a good job
Yeah,
making it look
I did a good
like a real
job.
It
thing.
is
It
professional.
looks good. It's set up well.
good.
I think it
I
did
guess.
okay.
Good.
I think it did okay.
I think it does pretty good.
We've been rolling for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. That's
I guess
15
we'll be lucky if we
The
can beat
fastest
Israel's Carl
podcast.
Weezer video.
Yes, the legendary
how-
Carl Weezer. We should, Israel, you should keep doing that Carl Weezer video, and then every once in a while we could like just check in and see like, oh, this is what this is.
Jimmy's mom.
These are our attempted
That should be our main
attempts
competitor.
at YouTube.
Just our rival is Israel's Carl Weezer.
Now,
channel.
yes, I can create a lot of cool voices. My famous is the Carl Weezer voice.
The Carl
And,
Weezer voice.
People are very amazed by the fact that I can do it so well.
Who are these people?
People I know.
People I know.
One, you.
Duke Nukem.
Now, my voice is from the way my voice sounds, you wouldn't think I'm able to do a Carl Weezer voice so well.
Jimmy,
I feel so good. Oh, Jimmy, can I bust it out of your high butt cheeks?
No. Okay, now that'll get us demonetized, Israel. Aiden. This is why we think Aiden is Carl Weezer. This is because he's like, oh yes.
We have factual evidence.
We have
genuine
factual
factual
evidence.
evidence.
This is the part where
Genuine
Israel
factual
takes
evidence.
over the show. Go.
Now, here we go. Now, we have found out that Carl Weezer and Aiden appear to be the same age. And then
Well,
we
at the
find-
time, yes.
at the time, currently, right now. And also, we also find that their mothers, Carl Weezer's mom and Aiden's mom, are at the exact same age currently.
Correct.
And now, also, Aiden has a multitude of allergies. He wears glasses. He has a Nordic heritage. And let's not forget the fact that he has a kind of a high voice, I guess you could say.
Oh,
Now, these facts have been proven to be quite substantial in the case that Aiden is Carl Weezer, a living, breathing incarnation.
And if you
Yeah.
think about
This
if you think about it, Carl Weezer
it
is only
genuinely
like,
makes sense.
how old is Carl Weezer, right? He's like, what, 11, 10, right?
I mean, he's fifth grade. He's in the fifth grade in the
12,
series,
like
right?
10 or 12, roughly. 10,
11
12,
or
13.
12.
11, 12, 13.
10, 12, 13.
He could be on the older
Probably
side, could be on the
10.
younger
They're
side.
probably
I don't know.
10.
All I'm saying
'cause-
is, at this time in 5th grade, Carl Weezer has not hit puberty.
oh,
You realize that, right?
Yes.
So, if you think about it like that, who is if Carl Weezer hit puberty, if you would tone it down a little bit,
hi,
right?
Jimmy.
Change it up, it'll probably end up something more like Aiden, which is pretty
Yeah.
close to
That's-
what we
yeah.
want.
makes sense.
We will not give up this. This is one of the more
This is our conspiracy
tame
theories, I guess you could say.
inside jokes that we say.
These elaborate theories of which we have. And we also have a
feel
like-
wiki.
I
We
feel
have a
like
wiki.
the number one thing that people will say about this podcast is that Aiden never gets enough. Would it be screen time? Sound time?
I mean, I
Speaking
guess.
time.
I mean, I just.
Aiden, why don't
I mean,
you
he doesn't
do
talk.
something?
I don't know why doesn't he talk.
I don't know.
Huh.
He doesn't want to interact on the podcast.
Okay.
We gotta do CBT Friday.
Yes, this is CBT Friday. We gotta do it right.
True.
Gotta
We got a
do it,
title
Aiden.
of that. Origins
Okay.
of CBT Friday.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get some milk. Goodbye.
Don't leave! God fucking damn it!
I'm sorry.
You better not leave. You better be back quick. Aiden, you have like 12 steps you have to get up. You have a fridge and you have a glass. That will take you 10 minutes.
I know the layout of his
Not
house. That will
even.
not take
I know the
him
layout
that
of his
long.
house. The only thing,
I do too.
I swear, the only reason he takes so long is because he hits his head on the ceiling. He'll
Or he's looking for black
freaking
mold.
run upstairs, accidentally freaking hit the top of his head, fall over, crawl up the stairs, grab a glass. Like he has to crawl up onto the counter, grab a glass. I'm talking about this is how long he's gonna fucking take. You better go and get the milk, Aiden. You better get the fucking milk.
People do not
Go get
understand
it.
the pain of which
Go
we
get
go.
the milk. We'll wait for you. This podcast was not sponsored by anybody, but I sure hope it will.
In the future. We
Oh,
hope
in the
that this
future.
podcast is sponsored by good people who love our content. And we may have a Patreon later down the road, depending on if you guys would like to support us that way. And maybe we'll have merch. I don't know.
Hopefully, dude,
We'll see
that'd
what-
be awesome if we had merch.
That
Can
would
you
be
believe
awesome.
it? Aspiring.
We do stream on Twitch.
Yes,
do
we
stream on
will.
Twitch.
We do. They do stream on Twitch. Twitch at israel.israel.com and Aiden at Aiden.Aiden.com.
We stream on Twitch. We do Xbox, and we love our fans. We are down to earth people.
Yes, we do
know,
love
we
our
know.
fans that we don't have. Oh yes, the fans that we don't have.
Also, we have the great peepers. Xbox. He likes it. My brother, the great peep.
A great peep.
Peepers is the he likes to hang out with us because he's
Yes. Well, I wish we could. You know, what guests should we have on the show?
cool. Imagine Peepers.
Peepers on the show? Does
He
Peepers
was
have
like-
a mic? You think Peepers would? Man, I'm really missing this third dimension that we're lacking. Hopefully, Aiden comes back quick with that milk. You think Peepers would be a good guest on the show?
You probably just, Peepers. Say hello to the people, Peepers. We're doing
Peepers
a
is
podcast.
Israel's younger brother.
Say hello. Say hello to the people. Just say
I-
hello to the people.
Come on.
Says hi. He says hi.
He doesn't. Wow. You could have just made him up
Yeah,
for all we
Aiden
know.
is there.
Aiden's dead, man. He's never coming back
No,
with that
my
milk.
brother.
He left.
is
Oh, there's Peepers. There, he got the milk and then he just
Peepers.
stopped.
Get closer to the mic and say hi.
Hi.
You're gonna be on national TV. How do you feel?
You're gonna be on national TV.
You're gonna be on national TV. How do you feel? Do you have anything to say to the cam or to the
How do you
mic?
feel? How do you feel? How do you feel about being on our first podcast?
Yes. How do you feel about being on the
do you
first
feel
ever
about
podcast of the Assembly Critics?
You'll probably forget it.
Yeah.
This is the. Come on. This is gonna be a great podcast.
Well, you may be on the show. Maybe I don't know.
If you will
We'll
be
see
on
where
the
it goes.
show, hopefully we can host him. He'd be a good
We gotta
first
get
guest.
who is it?
Who would be a good first guest?
Stanley.
Stanley would be a great first guest. That's a
Right,
perfect
yeah.
first case. That's a thank God we have you.
Hello, I'm back.
Aiden is
People
back with
love
the milk.
seals.
That took you
Me and
way-
my
that took
brother,
a
we
reasonable
love
amount of
the
time.
animal seals.
Oh, I'm glad you think so.
That
Good.
took a reasonable amount of time. You normally
I'm
take like
glad.
why
2 hours.
okay, I don't get why it takes you like 12
2
minutes
hours.
to get milk sometimes. And then it takes you look, I understand that it takes you 2
Ugh.
hours to do the dishes because you have to do them by hand. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about that and why you have to do
We'd
them
like
by
to know.
hand?
Well, because our dishwasher broke and
Are you never
it
gonna
never
get a
really
new
cleaned
one?
dishes well either. Yes, true.
So you'll never get a new one.
I mean, there's not really any need to since we can just, do the dishes by hand.
But wouldn't that free up so much more time if you could just slap them in a box?
I mean, I guess, but it doesn't really
Also,
take
wouldn't
that
that
long.
cost,
It
like,
takes
less
like
water?
half an hour for me, and usually less for others.
It does not take you half an hour. Last time
I mean-
it took you 4 hours.
Last time, I said I'm gonna go do the dishes at like 3, and I came back at like midnight.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't get
mean-
what you mean by it takes me 30 minutes.
Well,
Uh-huh.
You see,
In what realm
No,
is that
say I
30
need-
minutes? You gotta
say I
use
need
like
to do
reverse
dishes.
Warudo on it. What are you freaking...
Koi,
What,
Here's-
you got
here's-
freaking,
here's where I come in.
dishes, but I usually
Here's where I
have,
comes
like,
in. Here's where I come in.
a lot of
recommend.
stuff I gotta do, and I just simplify it to just dishes because that, it's easier.
No, that's
Aiden lives in the 4th dimension. He lives in a different dimension where 30 minutes for him is 12 hours for us. And now, how
exactly.
this happens is we do not know.
He's
This
a
is
stand.
it
I
is
mean, I don't
a
know either, to be
phenomenon.
honest.
It is a
He's
freak of
using
nature
Made in
that he is
Heaven.
able to. He time travels. I believe that Aiden time travels now.
No, of course not.
He probably time travels, and he's just like, or he just slows down time. He slows
Yeah,
down time.
No, he speeds it up, not slows it down.
He, spe-
He
he speeds
speeds
it
it
up,
up,
but
except
it's
for him. He moves
yeah.
at normal
Oh,
space.
exactly.
It's fast time. It's like a really bad version of Made in Heaven. It's just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
really bad.
Just Made in Heaven without the whole killing everyone part, you know? Pretty
Yeah,
bad.
or the fast part. Or like, oh, makes me fast? No, makes everyone else normal and me really fucking slow.
We haven't talked about Stanley. We haven't talked about how
We
we met
have
Stanley.
not talked about Stanley, but he will be a guest on the show. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see. Stanley. We met him. I met him. Not
Tennis.
track and field.
I
Tennis,
met
tennis.
him.
Along with Aiden.
I met both of you guys at tennis, you and Stanley, and
I met
to be honest, I thought I'd be
both of
closer
them.
friends with Stanley because you were kind of weird. But I don't know, it just kind of
Says
happened.
the guy that
Weird.
eats black and mold.
Israel,
Look,
you,
to be
Israel,
fair,
you can't
though-
say that you're more normal.
You're not
more
wrong.
normal than Stanley. Like,
you really
No
can't
way.
say anything, Ezreal. You're not anymore.
yeah.
Like,
That's
Yeah.
something.
you're on the very far
And
end
to
of
be
the
honest, you guys are
spectrum
both
of
kind of
normal.
crazy. Both, like, yeah.
It-
Like, Koi's literally the one in the group that has, like, the
What?
like
The weird-
mental disorder, and then he's the one that's the most normal.
What?
We
Look,
don't
I'm
know how
just
that-
a laid back dude who understands his own condition.
We live in a topsy-tipsy world, and we don't know how we can get out of this.
I don't stress over anything, though. You gotta remember that. Like, I lack anxiety.
Oh, that sounds nice.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
fun. No.
It's really,
I-
really
oh.
annoying.
Oh god, I just
You
think about
don't-
that.
Guess, yeah,
Okay,
you don't
look,
ever
Imagine
realize that-
never having anxiety ever. It is terrible.
Mm.
It's literally hell.
You know, that
Because
makes
all
sense,
the
like,
stuff, all the stuff that
that
you
makes sense
feel
why
like you should
all the
do.
dumb stuff.
Imagine all the stuff that you feel like you should be doing. Imagine that you never felt that feeling again, or never felt that feeling at all. You never feel pressured to do anything in your life ever. You never feel like you will or have ever done anything. Just remember that.
Huh.
That's what it
weird.
feels like constantly. This
Koi,
pain.
That
is
is-
that why you never realize that the stuff you do have consequences?
That, and I also don't realize that I have to get my homework done, and that I am failing
Well, I
3 of
mean,
my
yeah.
classes, and 4. And
Oh,
that,
you do?
dude, like, the entire school is failing their classes. That's,
Yeah, we know that.
we know.
That is that is a reality we have come to accept.
Look, I mean,
I'm trying. I'm genuinely trying.
I'm
just
genuinely
burn
trying
myself out.
too, but, like, look, we can't make this COVID shit work.
I need in-person
I feel
school.
good.
I just don't work in this environment.
I do not work in this environment. We do not have a flawed students. We have a flawed school system. Fuck you.
Here comes my politics. Decentralized it.
Read.
Get rid of the federal government. We need the state government to get in here and do the school
No,
system.
Koi, what
the
have
federal
you done?
government.
You moved it over to politics.
No.
But back to the subject at
We
hand.
have to go
We
back
do
to the
not work
subject.
well.
We are not. We are different. We are very, very different people. All right, Aiden. How would you
Yes.
describe you?
Huh.
Absolute silence.
No.
I
God
mean-
fucking damn it.
I mean, I gotta. I've never really thought about that.
God damn it.
Um,
Okay, what?
not very good at stuff.
Aiden,
But
don't fucking
at learning
downplay
stuff.
yourself like that.
I'm good at learning stuff, and I'm good at video games. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Aiden, you are very good at fighting games, which is uncomfortable.
Yes.
You're
good at
very
That's-
adept
games.
when it comes to using a controller. I swear, you can use your fingers
Quite-
better than I can. That's saying
I'm
something.
good. I'm good at video games. I mean, that's usually one of my goals whenever we start a new game. Is like I'm going to be the best of my friends, but that always causes problems.
Yeah,
'Cause then we never
it
play the
kinda,
game again.
It kind of sucks when you're like the 10th best person at speedrunners.
No. I'm like 1,000 something, but like,
Aiden, you're the top 1,000 in everybody who owns the game.
I mean, well, Koi. I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Did I just hear music? Who's playing music and why?
I
Sounds
just
like
played
hippie
it.
music.
No, it's just
What
a
what were you
thing.
trying to What were you trying to play?
I have a guitar.
Oh,
Well done,
nice.
Koi.
I was
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
say,
It's just like 3
continue,
notes.
continue describing yourself, Aiden.
Yeah, continue
People need to
describing
know.
yourself.
Jeez. Oh no.
Do you want to go? You want me to go, and then we can come back to you?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Let me think about this for a minute. Well, I'm pretty loyal to my friends. I'm pretty loyal. I like hanging out with. I like hanging out with my friends a
Israel's a
lot.
little too loyal to his friends.
Really?
I like making memories with my friends. That's something I like to do. That's something I pride myself on doing with my friends, having fun times and then reminiscing on them in later in life. That's what I like to do. And then I'm very big on music. I like different types of music, but I'm currently listening to a lot of classic country. And then
Mikey.
I have a lot of different passions that are interesting.
Yeah, too.
Politics, I like firearms. I enjoy knowing stuff about firearms and how they work essentially and what they are. Let's see. I'm pretty good at first person shooters. I would say me and Aiden are on par in Siege. We outdo
Yeah.
each other sometimes from time to time.
I'm
But
50% good at Siege.
No.
I
I'm
feel like
50% good at Siege. Like,
out of
half
all
the
of
time
us,
I can wreck ass and half the time I can't.
Koi, I haven't
I
played
think
against someone who's bad at you in Siege in years now.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
I
sorry,
think
Koi,
look,
but
I'm not used to the new controls and shit.
Koi, it's the same
yeah.
controls.
You guys remember when
Cool.
Tachanka was bad? Remember when the recruit had the freaking 8
I
shotguns
miss
and you're
old
like, holy
recruit.
shit, that was
They
amazing.
ruined recruit by not letting you pick anything.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
What else? I think I don't know. Let's see. I'm very vocal in the group. Let's put it like that. I'm very opinionated too.
Yes,
If I
he
don't like
is.
something, I'll point it out. I can be either blunt or I can beat around the bush. It depends on the situation. If I feel necessary to be honest, or I feel like I need to soften the blow. I like history a lot. That's something I really enjoy.
A lot of history
Yeah.
memes coming from this guy.
I know a lot of stuff about history. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been interested in world history and American history, particularly European history. I like vexillology, which is the study of flags. I like, let's see, I like different. There are certain types of music I like listening to sometimes. That being German music sometimes,
You just sent
French.
me something like
Yes, German music.
that. German
Uh,
music.
Also polka. Polka is very interesting.
You
I
listen to
like the
Weird Al?
accordion. No, I've heard Weird Al.
You heard Weird
Uh,
Al, yeah.
I
What?
like bluegrass.
You know that
How
What?
Weird
did?
Al is
No.
polka.
I'm looking at how
What?
YouTube deleted me.
What do you
There-
mean
Whoa.
YouTube deleted you?
Do you
You know, there was 7 subscribers because 5 of them were me and 2 were you, and now it's just 2. They like caught on that it was all me and removed me.
How did
That's
you
weird.
subscribe 5 times?
I had 5. I made 5 accounts.
You
You
made
fools! I
5
had
accounts?
70 different all accounts.
Yeah. Uh, oh well.
I also enjoy military history. Military history is a big thing I like to do and contemplate. I like contemplating about what will happen with military strategies. Oh, a second civil war? Well, let's look at what might happen. Let's look at what the different states have for resources in their
Israel would
economy.
die. That's
I'll be quiet, Aiden. We're talking about me, not you.
I think we should go back to Aiden. Aiden, you got anything?
Yeah, we got to go
Ugh.
back to Aiden because Aiden has not spoken much throughout this podcast. It's just been me and
I'm
Coy
not a
carrying the heavyweight.
I'm not a big fan of having to think about it. I'm kind of just I don't really have many passions. I don't really have much on like I don't really have a goal for my future either. So like I'm kind of just
Do you not like have a plan
living.
for your life?
Yeah. I want a
You're
job that
just
pays lots of money but isn't much hard work and isn't
Didn't you say you're gonna be a vet?
I thought he said he
I've
was gonna
said
be a
so many
dermatologist.
things. I don't because I don't know what I want to be. And I never really
Yeah,
said
no,
I
it has.
would. I said I could. I
Did you say
might
like
be.
you want to? Well, it seems like you want to go into like a medical field or something.
Yeah, something medical because they pay well, but I wouldn't want anything where people's lives are at risk. So something like dental, maybe, or
So
like
If you're a
essentially,
good enough
I guess.
doctor,
pharmaceuticals.
nobody's life will be at
Yeah.
risk if you think about it.
Coy, that's the problem. Is I'd constantly be stressing about I'm going to screw up. Kind of like that's why
Don't.
I
If you're
never
a good
enjoyed
enough
my job
doctor,
as a
you have to
lifeguard.
remember, Aiden,
When
it's
you,
like getting a driver's
yeah.
license is just like getting a doctor's license.
Coy,
They won't let you be a doctor unless you can be a doctor. Just like they
yeah,
won't
but
let you drive unless they know you can drive.
Once you master your craft, you should be comfortable with performing it every
Exactly.
day. That's
I
why
don't know.
That's what a
especially in the
job
trades,
is.
After working as a
especially in
lifeguard for
trades,
about a year, I don't like having people's lives
Yeah, but you're
at
not
stake.
being
depending
a
on my
lifeguard for
actions.
fucking 16 years of your life.
I know, Koi, what I'm saying. As a doctor, there's more chances of people dying because of my actions than a lifeguard.
Obviously, that's gonna
No.
happen. You're gonna have to live with that. If that does happen, if that
Ugh.
rare situation does happen, Aiden, you're gonna have to face the music, I guess.
And
But you
the
shouldn't let that
music
discourage you.
is sweet, baby.
You shouldn't let that discourage you, though, Aiden.
Yeah, don't let something like that discourage you. You have to remember, anything that's a licensed professional knows the fuck what they're doing. The
Uh-huh.
only thing I'm ever scared about Generation Z is Gen Z ads. You know what I mean? Like,
They're all good. It's just gonna be memes. That's
yeah,
how we're gonna have ads now.
exactly.
Memes.
But it's gonna be
Yeah.
weird though. Like, okay, think about it. You saw the Grubhub commercial, right?
I
Like
don't
the whole
like
thing
that.
with that,
We
right?
do not like that.
No.
Yeah, it was weird.
You
But
compare
imagine a
that to
Gen
like
Z version. Imagine a Gen Z version. Like, look, that thing
I'll be
practically
right
just
back.
retrended it. Oh wait, the thing practically retrended itself into existence. Think about that. That thing became a meme because it was bad.
But also think about this. You compare ads that are going to happen in the future to ads we had in the 50s. Ads we had in the 50s were more
Wilkins coffee.
informational. Wilkins coffee.
Wilkins
What
coffee.
you had like the ads in the 50s were more informational. They gave you a little jingle to remember it. They were very memorable. People look back on it. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's a good ad." You had ads that might happen in the future. Yes, coffee. Drink.
And then it just ends. Yes, coffee drinks. That's the end of the commercial. Everybody just goes at home. What the fuck just happened?
You don't.
What
You
happened?
just. It's not an experience.
Just,
It is a.
just
It is a.
I
It's
think Aiden needs
PTSD
a
from
pick up. I
Vietnam.
think Aiden needs a pick back up on trying to figure out what's going on.
Of his
Aiden,
life. He's just.
we're
He
talking
just
about
appears to be
ads.
rolling with the flow.
We're
What?
talking about ads. About how
Okay.
like people make ads, I guess, and about
Okay.
how
What's your
like
opinion on? What's your opinion on it, Aiden?
the best example
My
I could
opinion
give
on
is
ads?
Gen Z making ads, like for the future,
Yeah,
right? And a
to be
good
honest,
example of that,
I
yes,
just like
coffee.
classic ads, I guess, of just here's your product, here's the thing we're selling to you, I guess, because whenever they try to go like, oh, let's be hip like all the cool kids, it ends up being like the Grubhub ad, and it's terrible. I mean, it
Nobody
works,
likes
so
it.
they don't have any reason to stop. I mean, I'm sure Grubhub is so famous now, they're probably making a lot more money, but, you know. I wish they wouldn't do stuff like that. It hurts to watch.
It's what we call. It's what the kids call cringe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We also forgot to mention that I'm the old young person of the group.
I'm the youngest of the group. Aiden is the oldest of the group.
The old young
the
person.
youngest.
No. What I mean no. What I mean by the old young person, I am a young person, but I act old.
He's a young person, but he is a boomer.
You are like, okay, hold on, Israel. You are not. Okay, it's weird because Aiden.
Yeah.
Aiden is the oldest and acts older. He's I'd say you're pretty responsible compared to most people.
Oh, thank you.
Just from a personal perspective, Israel is old, but he's kind of like that point where he's like a young old, I guess, but has also the mindset of a 50-year-old at the same time as a 12-year-old. It's very confusing.
I think that's a good way of describing.
It's a good way of describing it because
he has,
it's like
the ideologies of an older person.
He has the ideologies,
but he has kind of
mindset,
personality. Of
there we go, personality.
Not the annoying middle school level, but maybe the freshman level.
There we go. Yeah.
And I'll put more input on that of why that happened. I'll tell you why that happened.
Please tell us, because I shouldn't even be in this grade. I should be I should be a freaking sophomore this year, but I ain't, and I'm taking AP class.
Here's the reason why I have a very, 50-year-old mindset and personality. Now, when I was growing up, I wouldn't be like the kids and watching those modern cartoons. But I did watch some of them, but I watched westerns on TV, The Rifleman and Rawhide. I watched John Wayne movies, Clint Eastwood movies. I watched a lot of war movies. So I obtained that mindset of the older generations and the personality of the older generations by watching all these movies. And I just looked up to these people. I looked up to John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, all that kind of stuff. And yeah. So I just
mad at myself later. I'm gonna put this guitar away before
I took
if you look over the audio or whatever, I don't even know if you plan on editing.
No, I'm watching the audio as it's going up. Don't worry, I'm making sure everything's okay. But I'm just watching.
You're gonna
just every once in a while, you just see a green bit of just guitar, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?"
You're gonna be so angry. You just see Israel's gonna be talking about his whole history, and then you're just strumming.
I didn't realize that the guitar comes in like the middle. Where the thing is, it doesn't actually come from the strings.
Of course.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about that though, you know?
Why do you think guitars have a hole in them? Because it looks cool.
No, to get the sound, but I didn't realize that the sound would come from the hole as well. I thought it just went in.
Isn't it like, the vibration, it echoes or whatever in there?
Alright, my phone is finally at 30%. I'm using that now.
Okay, good.
I thought you were gone for the night. You kind of just disappeared.
No,
you knew he was here.
No, he left.
No, he didn't.
I should have told you, but I think that would have been better for the podcast not to say anything. Hey.
Well,
yeah.
Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so that's kind of why the reason I act the way I do. Yeah,
that doesn't explain that doesn't explain
I watch
the personality
a lot of old
part though. The part that confuses me is the personality part. Not the other part. The other part is understandable because of your views.
Why I reject a lot of modern stuff like anime and crap.
No, we know that part. We're talking about why you have the personality of a freshman.
Oh, a freshman? I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's not an offensive thing. I mean, like, you just give off...
because
it's not trying to be offensive, though. It's just trying to explain what it is.
Well, here's the thing. I'll give you... Here's the reason, I guess, why I act so... Yeah, I act like I'm not my age. Because I don't really want to grow old. I want to be... I still want to... I don't want to act all serious and mature all the time. I want to act like a kid. That's the kind of the mindset my grandpa has. Well, I'm just a kid, Ma, he says. But he also asks me
Israel, don't stay like that until you're older, though. Don't like.
Yeah, nobody likes a man baby, and especially because you're trying to get a girlfriend, but not really. Yeah,
she's
like you're trying to get a girlfriend, and then you have. What's your favorite part about your girlfriend, Israel? Well, she's a Mormon. What does that mean? Polygamy. Polygamy.
Oh, Israel.
Yes.
Have you actually said anything to her yet?
Yeah,
I've
seen
just
it. I
You
saw
did?
her.
like, have you gone up and said,
I
"Hey,
saw
I
her.
like you,
You
like I like
saw
your
her.
sister"?
Oh, I saw her. She
Chloe,
looked beautiful.
Aiden, she knows already. She's known for a while now.
She's known
That's
that
good to know.
you're making a
It wouldn't
move
be
on
good
her.
She's
for her
like-
to figure out because
like,
I
she
don't know, 'cause,
knows.
like Koi sent her this video.
She knows that you are simping.
Whoa there!
She's
I'm
aware
not
of your
simping.
simpery.
No.
Simp. Simp.
Well, boy, this she got a stone cold stare of death. I tell you what.
Fair enough. Let's keep going. I completely
Like
forgot
you
what
look
we
at
were
no,
doing.
but she looks at you with that.
Nothing.
She looks at you with that stare. You are dead. It's as if it's when the Germans look at the Poles before they go in the gas chambers.
They know that they're absolutely just gonna get wrecked house, but they're completely aware of what's going on. It's like, you know what's gonna
It's like-
happen. I know what's gonna happen.
I know what's gonna
you're
happen.
fucked. I know you're fucked. You know you're fucked.
That's the way it
Get
is.
fucked.
That's the way it is, and that's the way it always will be.
All right.
I
The
also
number
have this mindset.
number one thing to do,
I'm making fun
Aiden,
of
is that Israel. I mean, is
Do that.
if you do like hang out with your
I'm
girlfriend,
scared.
make sure to hang out with her. Don't hang out with anybody else. Just hang out with her.
I know,
She
I
is the
know.
main
No,
thing.
Israel.
Yes.
The boys come first. No,
No.
boys come first.
Okay, Aiden, you have to understand.
This is coming from Aiden, who's never had one.
Okay, same with me here.
True.
But there's one thing that I do have
But
to
Coy's
say.
more
Wait,
rational.
now
I-
you're
I
I
do-
Israel.
I know.
I do watch and I do understand what went wrong, alright? I do understand because I have been there firsthand,
I
I've
have
been there
multiple
secondhand.
failures.
I've seen all of your failures and I've seen where you've gone wrong and where you've gone right.
As if I
Remember
have
that.
studied these, I studied my failures.
As I have watched and studied your countless attempts, mostly
As I walk
fruitless,
through the valley of the shadow of death.
I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Because I've been blessed
And the Lord said, and the Lord says, there she be. You shall go today.
we're getting
Shall go to
demonetized.
D. We are. But do we care?
Who's going to demonetize us, Koi?
Don't know. Probably everybody.
Koi.
Aiden, this
Don't
is
people get
YouTube
demonetized
2021.
Because, like, you know,
You're right,
lots of
Aiden.
people see it or something. Like, this is
No,
gonna
we can't get demonetized if there's nothing to demonetize in the first place.
Yeah,
We're
if
not
there's no one
monetized
to
yet.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, yeah, we're not getting monetized.
We
so
can't
what
get
are we gonna
demonetized because we're not monetized yet.
A loophole.
Fucking
Exactly.
awesome, because we can do whatever. Wait, I just realized since we're
Loophole.
demonetized, we just have to be like, oh, we make good content. That's it.
Koi,
You
Loophole
realize
time.
that, right?
Koi,
What?
you should
Yeah.
try getting us monetizing. Like, split the pennies between us. You know,
That's
like
it's.
split one
I
penny
could.
between all three of us.
I could. I technically own the account.
You do,
Nice.
I think. Yeah.
It's also under my name.
Well, let's
Israel,
look
is
at
your, like,
Aiden's
Carl
childhood.
Weeze
My
thing,
password.
is that monetized? Like,
I made
No,
pretty much.
I have
gotten
to.
a penny yet.
We
No, Aiden,
literally
I haven't
done
even.
anything.
Aiden, I haven't made a video in months.
There's actually a
In a month,
thing that
or
tells
weeks.
you what you need. They
Yeah.
have a thing. You need 4,000 watch hours. So 4,000 people have watched one episode.
Okay.
In theory. Going by in theory,
In
which is
theory.
really nice. And then, so you have total watch time of 4,000 hours and a total subscriber count of 1,000.
Mm.
That is the
Orange
rule to get
peanut.
monetization. Which doesn't seem like a lot, actually. I thought it was 100,000. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna be here forever. Then I realized that's way too fucking much. You know? 100,000 subscribers? That's a silver play button. You guys realize
It
that?
is.
That's a silver play button.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
realize how big that number is? A lot of people don't realize. Oh, yeah, actually, I think guy has 25 million. 25, right? 20. No. He has 26 to 7 million subscribers. Markiplier has 28 million subscribers. And PewDiePie has 100 million subscribers. T-Series deserves no subscribers. And
Scott the Wise has 1 million some subscribers.
yeah, and that's actually pretty reasonable for the content he does. I mean, Chibi Gaming doesn't
Because
even
Scott the
have a
Woz is
million
good.
subscribers. That pisses me off a lot because he's
I'm
okay.
glad. I'm happy that Scott has a million subscribers.
I'm glad he does too. But like, okay, there's a lot of people that deserve a million subscribers because they've been at it so long, and then there's some people that have like oh these
Charlie
people have been
D'Amelio.
fucking Charlie D'Amelio. No, I was thinking about look, reaction channels were the bane of YouTube back then, and they're bane of YouTube now. There's a lot of things where it's like, oh, well, it's just people reacting stuff. Sometimes I watch some of these things. I watched it and I was like, oh, these people have an editor. They're doing more work than they are.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like these people
Yeah.
are living in lavish homes and they have an editor, right? Working. Editors normally work around like 8. I don't want to say 8 hours. I'd say like I'll just say 6 hours a day per video. Just to be fair, I don't want to be mean to them, but I also don't want to be like, oh, they're working.
They're good people.
I hope they work
They're good,
reasonable
hardworking
hours.
people.
Editors deserve a lot more money and deserve a lot more praise.
I think it depends on
No, I'm talking
the
about in
person.
general. I've seen a lot of editors that like take.
I mean the
shit.
hours. The hours.
Well,
I think it
no,
depends on the.
they have to work that long. That's
Is there like a minimum for it?
no. I mean, it gets done when it gets done. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
a good
all the-
example is like Lixian. Lixian works hard on Markiplier's videos and a couple other people. And then you have like and then you have like okay, Unis Honest is a great example of
I
that
see.
because they're with
Honest.
yes, I am getting the merch soon. Actually, it's January, so I should be getting it.
I
in,
never
like,
watched that. I
I
don't know
should be
why. I
getting
never got into
my merch
Yeah,
in
Markiplier.
like
it's real.
5
How could you?
days. In 6 days, actually, like 5 days. 5 days from now, because it's almost midnight. So yeah, I should be getting my Unis Honest merch soon. But that's what I mean. Like editors deserve a lot. This is a good topic. Editors deserve a lot more than they have. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've been around YouTube for a long time and that YouTubers deserve respect. Hello, I'm Markiplier. Hello. Yeah. I mean, not like that. But I'm saying like
Hey y'all, Scott here.
exactly.
I'm on my support. No reason. Just felt like it. That line was from Scott the Woz.
That's right.
Scott, can you give us a shout out, please? Thank you.
Please.
I have been a follower. I've been a follower of Scott for a long time. I've seen almost every single video. You are one of my favorite gaming channels, if not the favorite gaming channel.
Is this your written like eulogy to Scott the Was?
This is off the cuff. I kid you not.
Fair enough. Fair enough. This is all off the cuff, by the way. If you want to support us, please. We should open up. We need a Patreon. I just realized that, dude. We need a Patreon. Let's fucking get it.
Do you not want money, Aiden?
Aiden,
You're usually the one that says money.
we
I
can make
guess,
this
but I mean-
work. We can make it so it's pay per production, like $1. We do it once a week. It's a podcast. Will mention them at the end, and we'll go like a list. I'll email it to each of you of who each one is. I'll be like, hey, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, freaking double stuffed 69. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Like, thank you, Cactus Jack. Thank you.
I think there would need to be more than that, though. Like,
No.
I don't know, maybe talk about something they want to be talked about,
Yeah.
not just like, hello, thank
No,
you
no,
for
I
the
mean,
money,
like-
1 subscriber.
No, I mean, like, that's what you do. I mean, it's more of like a subscription thing. Like, oh, $1 just gets you your name in the video. Which is good. That's a good thing. You're supporting me, and I think if you believe in us, I feel like a name and a list of people that have worked for it. Maybe you also get like an icon next to your name, meaning that you're special and that you deserve more attention. I don't know a good example of that would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the YouTube version of that, where you have like an icon and whatnot. I don't know. It's confusing. Eventually we'll get there. We're thinking too far ahead, but we should totally make a Patreon. That's totally something we could.
E.
But editors deserve more money.
I mean, even if they don't,
yes, they do.
pay.
They do though. Like,
even
they work
no,
hard.
I'm talking about the Patreon subscribers. I'm talking about the Patreon subscribers.
What do you mean, the
such.
Patreon subscribers? Patreon would just
Even
be a
if you
side
guys
gig.
love this content but you don't pay, that's all right. We're not one of those Twitch thoughts who force you to want to force
Look,
you to give money.
we're not forcing your hand to give us money, but it would be
We know
awesome if
what
you did.
what being broke is. We know.
We've all been
Listen
there.
to me. Aiden's been out of a job for quite a while. He had to quit it. I ain't worked a day in
He
my
didn't
life in a
have
real
to
job.
quit. He was
He
let
kinda
go
did
due to
'cause of COVID.
The
No, I
pool
wasn't
can't
let
be
go.
open
They were
if
just like,
nobody's
"Oh,
swimming.
They were just like, oh,
Pool's
you can come
closed.
back whenever you want, and I ended up quitting because I told
Yeah.
them like
I
You
have
can't.
asthma.
You literally
I
can't.
will
to
die.
be completely honest, they would have been fine with me just going as long as I want, not working there until
Yeah.
the COVID's just completely gone. The thing is, I didn't want that because like I've been fully locked down. I haven't talked face to face to someone like within
Since-
like even 10 feet in almost a year. I don't think
Except
I
for
can
that one
go
time we
to
played
a
tennis.
pool where people argue and like yell at you all the time and like ask you tons of questions, break tons of rules, and you got to constantly be yelling at people. I can't go from
Yeah, you can't
not
touch
getting
people.
not going face to face with anyone for probably over a year by the time the COVID's over.
To
So I can't
working.
go
Even
from
if you
not
try to
talking
do that,
to
even if you
anyone
try to avoid them,
for over a
that'd be
year
hard.
directly to being in charge of dozens of children's lives and having to yell at people all day. Like,
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
I gotta take a little break, like start with school where I'm like just talking with like few people and
But there's still a lot of people around, and then you
not
get
like
more
yelling
into,
at children
Yeah.
and getting yelled at by parents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see what you mean. I see what
Plus,
you
I
mean.
never really enjoyed it. I mean, like the most fun I had while working as a lifeguard was when
Was during swim?
I was cleaning the pools, like when everyone's gone. Like the most fun I had was when I was doing literally what I wasn't hired to do.
Wow.
Yes.
I was gonna apply for a job there. But then
I can't get a job.
COVID
I'm too
happened.
busy doing schoolwork all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want it. I was like,
I wanna
yes, I want
just-
to make money.
I
School
want to
was
make
like,
money
no,
so
you get to be
much.
poor.
I was like, oh, I'm doing good in all my classes. I wasn't. I was lying. I was doing
You're
great. I wasn't, but I said I was, so I felt better about myself. See, this is what I mean by like, it sucks. It sucks to have ADHD like that. Where it's just like, yes,
It's-
I have no worries or anxiety whatsoever. Life must be
Yeah.
bliss. It is, except for the part that, America.
America?
What? COVID?
No, capitalism.
I love capitalism.
Capitalism is driven by the fact that, I need to work to survive because I'm being paid a wage. Except
Yeah.
I don't feel pressured to do anything.
Well, yeah, but also, I mean, that's because you don't really have to right now, either. I mean,
I do.
you've got
I have to go
He
to
does.
college because I don't
get a
want to get
job. I mean-
shot.
Out in Shoreline, we're all
Not
gonna
out in
cripple.
short. Not in. I mean, like in general.
We don't want to go to Aurora again. Let's
No.
put it like that. Remember we went to Aurora?
Yes, we.
Where?
That's. It's not
Over.
Aurora. Aurora's the street. We went to. I don't know where the fuck we went. We went to
Where did
Krispy
you guys
Kreme.
go? Why? What?
Okay,
Yeah, we went to Krispy Kreme,
Israel,
and then
Aiden, we went to the fucking ghetto to get some donuts. Harold
Why?
and Kumar go to White Castle type.
Wait, was that the time you
Like-
came to me like on the week before my birthday for no reason,
No, it
or
fucking.
to give me stuff?
Okay, look. The
It
reason
was
why
a-
we
it
had
was
to
a
go a week before your
Saturday.
birthday is because you won't eat shit until it's a week late, right?
I mean, unless it's packaged.
It
But
wasn't
yes.
packaged. It was a
Wait,
donut
wait, oh, wait,
from
oh, wait.
Krispy Kreme.
I remember this.
We're
We
gonna
go-
run out
okay,
of time to
we
tell
go-
the story. We're almost at an hour.
Hold on, I got this. So, okay.
You better
Nick,
not tell the
Coy, pitch
story.
me.
I swear to fucking
I
God.
will-
No.
What
We're
is-
saving it
it's
till
not-
next time.
All
I will
know
mute
is
you.
We'll save it.
showed up at my house and threw
No,
a donut
swear
at
to
me
fucking
from
God,
my
I will mute
driveway.
both of you.
No.
I didn't even say anything.
God damn it.
Well, this is a
We're
great
not doing
goddamn
this
stream.
story.
We gotta save this for the next episode.
We will save this for the next episode. It is currently
the Krispy
1
Kreme
hour.
quest.
We're almost done.
The Krispy Kreme quest.
Yes, the quest of Krispy Kreme will be the next episode.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Is there Aiden?
This
You do
is-
the outro. Aiden, you do the outro.
Thank you for joining us. If anyone did, please subscribe and like, and please comment. We don't have anything else to do, and please watch our future videos. I know we're not very interesting. This is like I'd watch like a minute of this and close out. If you're still here, please keep watching. We've got nothing else. Like we're bored. There's nothing to do.
We're high schoolers. What do you think we got?
Yeah, what do you really think we
Homework.
got?
Koi has lots of homework, but he
I got lots of
decided to
homework.
do this instead. You know.
As do I, because I'm not cool.
So is this goodbye?
I guess this is goodbye. Thank you for all the listeners, I guess. And, well, see y'all, and y'all come back now, yeah?
Alright, that seems like a wrap to me.